Hello, I'm Pocholo Concepcion. Welcome to Wazzup. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. Today, we'll talk to one of the country's young, popular singer-songwriters. Let's find out more. What's up? Zack Tabudlo. Zack? Hi.
Hello, you guys. What's up? Hi.
How's it been? Are you at home?
Yeah, I'm in my studio.
Studio. Where is that?
Yeah. I live near the south. So.
The South.
Yeah.
All right. You started as you joined Voice Kids Philippines, season 1, as a member of Team Bamboo. Can we go back to that briefly? What happened? What happened in that competition?
So yeah, well, I kind of started there. My grandmother kind of just pushed me into doing TV show auditions and all that. It kind of started there. The Voice Kids kind of kicked off my career in music, and after that, I met a lot of people, met a lot of artists itself as well, and all throughout the years, I kind of gained knowledge in more of my music and what I can do more in the future. So yeah, kind of started there.
How young were you when you joined Voice Kids?
I think I was around 12, 13 during that time, but yeah.
Tell us, how did you get into music? Do you remember the first time?
I think the very first time would have to be, I was around 9. It was also a competition on TV. It was called Talentadong Pinoy Kids, I think.
Yeah.
And it kind of started out there. No, I was just a kid who played guitar, like do covers on by myself actually, and just search up tutorials on how to play this song or this song during the time. And my grandmother, like I said earlier, was the one who really pushed me into doing all of this stuff. So yeah, I kind of started there.
You seem to have a special relationship with your Lola, with your grandmother.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of grew up with my childhood with my grandparents. So parang tuwing hapon, papatulugin niya ako kasi kung hindi, papaluin niya ako. Kailangan mag-focus sa music, mga ganun. So, yeah.
Okay. Bakit ka nasa kanya? Did your parents, were they working abroad or something?
Not really. I think it's just, I feel like it's a move that mainly my dad really wanted me to do and really wanted us as children to do.
Okay.
Parang, yeah, it's very different growing up in like the roots and everything. So being with my grandmother was such a blessing. My whole childhood was just with them, getting to meet more of my family because of my grandmother and my granddad. And yeah, it's pretty much because of that.
Okay. You were still going to school when you joined Voice Kids, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
then what happened after?
Yeah, well, I was still actively going to school during the competition and after the competition. And actually, just a couple of months ago, I was still in school, but I kind of took a bit of a break for this semester just to focus on music, because like everything's been, doing really good, but at the same time, like the time and everything has been sort of a hassle. So I think it's just a quick move for me to like focus more on my music for now, and then afterwards go back to school.
All right. When did you start recording your songs?
I started recording my songs after, I think, the Voice Kids. I got in a group back then. It was called Gravity. Did a duo for quite a while. And after that, I got to meet all of these producers, artists, and I gained the knowledge of producing my own music throughout the years. I did some tracks as well in the U.S. I got to collaborate with some producers in L.A., some in the U.K., Korea as well. And because of those producers abroad and as well as here in the Philippines, I got to work with Jonathan Ong, Chris Anthony Vincent, Sveni Saturno, and his son, Clang Saturno. And all of that kind of made me the musician who I am today. So because of them, I started making my music, started, I guess, learning more and more with production and how I can record myself.
Interesting. you mentioned going to the U.S. What brought you to the U.S.?
I wasn't really physically going abroad. Everything was online, which was
Okay.
sort of yeah, sort of really cool as well, because like I get to spend time with my family, of course, and I was very young when I started off the production thing.
Okay.
So it was a blessing for me to do everything online. So I just sent off my tracks to them. They sent some demos to me. They collaborate with me through online. So that's how it went.
This thing about production, is it easy because your generation is into technology? Can you explain? Like, you seem to have learned everything easily. I mean, at such a fast pace. How is that?
Yeah, well, as itself, I'm pretty sure, like everything in the world really does go through challenges, and with me learning production as well, I went through like years of challenges. There was a certain time where I didn't really believe in the music that I was creating. It sounded super trash. I wasn't really enjoying it. But it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of patience, and a lot of determination to kind of go into what you really want to do in life. So yeah, I think it's sort of a benefit and sort of an advantage for us, like the younger generations, because of the technology that we kind of grew up in, compared to the old school type. It would mainly be tapes. It would mainly be outboard gears and all that. So yeah, like gaining knowledge at a young age with all of this technology right in front of us the younger generation, is definitely an advantage. But at the same time, and when it comes to music production, it's really important to kind of go back to the roots and how they would do it back in the old days. Like in my studio, I would have vintage outboard gears, I would have vintage equipments, and it's called hybrid mixing. So you kind of merge the old school type of production and how they made it back in the day, and kind of combine it to technology now. So I think it's the best in both worlds, I guess.
All right, Zach, let's talk about your songs. You write your own songs, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, I do.
I'm very curious. You sound like an American, but your songs are in Filipino.
Uh-huh.
Paano yun?
Yeah, well, I think I'm way more comfortable writing English songs compared to Tagalog songs.
So, paano
Kasi
mo
po ay,
sinulit yung Tagalog?
kasi po I kind of grew up after that phase. Actually, before the phase that I grew up in my grandmother's house, I used to live in most of my days. I used to live in my mother's house before she passed away.
Oh.
And kind of like everything that revolved through our childhood was cartoons, TV, English, Western music. Because my sister, my mother, my dad also sings, and most of the songs that they listened to when I was growing up was English. So I think that makes sense for me to kind of have this more comfortable circle when I write English songs. But along through the years, I got to learn how to, I guess, be comfortable din po with Tagalog and how I can write Tagalog songs. I guess I can. That's the thing. Like I can make Tagalog songs. I can write Tagalog songs, but I find it a bit harder to speak Tagalog when it comes to expressing myself. So I'm way comfortable in speaking English. But I can do speak Tagalog po. So
You can.
yeah.
All right. So, it's just speaking, but yung pagsulat, kaya mo. Kasi may office mate ako. Sabi niya, yung guest daw natin ngayon sa Wazzup, astig daw, astig. Magaling. Si Zack
Thank you.
Tabudlo. And then she mentioned your song. So, how did you write Bini Bini, for example? Sino inspirasyon mo dyan?
Bini Bini. Naalala ko nung time with Bini Bini, I was at the peak of my love, I guess. High school po, so everything was super, I guess, cliche during that time. She was sort of like the very first person who made me realize that there is love talaga. And I was very young. So the problem was, though, we had to end the relationship because of my parents. Because like I said, I was very young. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was super like reckless with everything. I didn't know how to like focus on this and focus on that. And with relationship, it's very important for us to kind of no maturity, and like the growing phase is very important when you get into relationships. So nung time po na yun, yeah, I was very young, like I said. My dad had to make us break up and kind of like end things. But despite of all what happened though, she was the one who made me really realize na there is love at a very young age, and madami po akong natutunan during those times. So yeah, Bini Bini, she was my Bini Bini that time.
Would you say it is good to write a song about a breakup or being so in love? Because some of the nicest, some of the greatest songs the world has listened to, has heard, are love songs na masaya, di ba?
Opo,
Pero
yeah.
meron din yung mga breakups. In your case, did the breakup help you creatively, so to speak?
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like a lot of artists and writers as well can relate to what I'm about to say. It's super easy to kind of get that inspiration and expression and how you can really release yourself through songs when you go through breakups compared to happy songs. Because that's the thing. With like happy songs, you're happy and you don't really think about it too much. You're in your highest. You get to kind of like spend most of the time just being happy and not think about everything else. Compared to like breakups and like something that you go through na super tough. Ibang-iba siya kasi yung impact sa'yo mas iba. You would overthink, you would get anxiety, you would get all these unfortunate events for yourself, you would cry, and that's when thoughts and everything comes out. And at least for me, I find it way more easier to write breakup songs or like sad songs compared to happy songs. But like with the Bini Bini and all of these songs, the happy naman, it kind of gives this certain diversion in happy songs and sad songs. Now, when you hear happy songs, it kind of gives you this, you know, very light emotions as well. So like when I write my own songs and I'm in my happiest, that only means na super heavy yung impact ng happiness ko, na I can write the song through my happy times. So it's special when I write a happy song.
All right, Zack, I'm looking at your Spotify profile. You have over 3 million monthly listeners.
So,
How cool is that?
crazy. We actually just reached that milestone. At the moment, I think I'm the number one with like most listeners, monthly listeners in Spotify here in the Philippines. So being number one is super surreal. Me, actually even my team didn't really expect this much growth in such a short span of time. So it's definitely such a blessing for all of us, and especially me. So yeah, it's super surreal. I don't honestly, I don't know what to say. Yeah.
Okay, Wazzup will be back with Zack Tabudlo after this short break.
Ako po ay kabahagi ng isang alyansa ng mga kandidato ngayong national elections na nananawagan po ng pagkakaisa. Ako po si Sara Duterte. Handa po akong magserbisyo sa ating bayan. Hinihingi ko po ang tulong at suporta ninyo para sa pagka-vice presidente ng ating bansa.
PG Party List, kasangga mo, balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, boses natin sa Kongreso. PG Party List, kasangga mo, balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, basic good. Atin to, pagkaisa ng maring ang mga hinaing. Young and active leaders sa Kongreso, ang boses natin. Tandaan at iboto, balota 108. To build and realize the projects we dreamed of. PG Party List, vote 108 na. PG Party List, kasangga mo, balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, boses natin sa Kongreso. PG Party List, kasangga mo, balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, basic good. Atin to, PG Party List, atin to.
Ang asawa ko po ay kameraman na kasama sa lapas lang sa Maguindanao Massacre. Si Attorney Harry Roque. Hindi po niya kami nakakalimutan.
Sa mga walang boses sa lipunan, si Harry Roque ang spokesman ng bayan. Attorney Harry Roque sa Senado, number 54 sa balota.
Si Harry Roque pinaglaban ng karapatang Pilipinong mangisda sa sariling karagatan. Malaking tulong po na ibigay niya po sa akin.
Sa mga walang boses sa lipunan, si Harry Roque ang spokesman ng bayan. Attorney Harry Roque sa Senado, number 54 sa balota.
Welcome back to Wazzup with singer-songwriter Zack Tabudlo. Zack,
Hello.
I want
Hey,
to
guys.
ask about this. You were mentioned by Rolling Stone magazine.
Mhm.
How did that happen?
Honestly speaking, I don't know. It kind of just came out.
You were
But
surprised.
yeah, for sure, I was super surprised. But for sure, it had a lot to do with my team and how they really pitched my songs through, like, different countries as well. Of course, I have my Spotify team. Of course, my label, Island Records. MCA Music Philippines, which is now U Music. And yeah, it's definitely kind of like a team cooperation. So whatever happens with my music and whatever milestones I reach, it's definitely with them as well. So.
Okay, when you were mentioned in Rolling Stone magazine, did you have a deal already with Universal MCA?
Yeah. I had. I think it's been, I think a couple of months already when that happened. So, yeah.
Okay, tell us about signing up with a major label.
Yeah, well, it was definitely a life-changing moment for me. So I was with my past label back then, and then I had to kind of like end the ties with them. Had to end the contract and all that. And the first thing me and my dad really talked about was going for the indie scene, because we thought that was it for me with my music.
Yes.
It's been a few years of me making music, but back then nothing was really happening, sort of.
Okay.
And it was just, at least for us during that time, it was sort of pointless for me, and I kind of just wanted to like focus on my school and everything like that. And my dad was like, "Give it one more year. Let's see what happens." And then Kuya Enzo Valdez comes in, which is now the managing director of U Music Philippines. He was the one that really kind of tied up everything. He was such a blessing to me. When he got into the label, because like they had to change managing directors and all that here in the Philippines, Kuya Enzo just got there, and I was the very first artist he signed under the label as well. So like the belief and like the trust and the love that he's given me all throughout the months, it's definitely very unique. Na, you know, the trust na I came from nowhere, literally. I came from zero. Tapos he believed in me. He knew that he kind of had this vision that I believe in your music and I know you'll go far. And I know with like your passion and what you believe in and how you believe yourself and how you really want to inspire people, that's how he got me thinking that, oh, maybe I can do it. But so I believed him, and then the team came in as well, my label. We kind of have this certain goal lang lagi in my music. We all have this certain goal with, we have our purpose in this whole music thing, but at the same time, as a label and as a team, we kind of look at it as family. We have this one goal, and every time we reach milestones, it just means the world to us for everyone to kind of just feel it in, yay, after all this hard work, we're here. So, yeah.
All right. Your debut album, Episode, right?
Yes.
Came
sir.
out this year, just this year. And it's composed of tracks you have written through the years, right?
Not really through the years. I mean, some tracks were like 2 years ago, but most of them are new tracks.
New.
So.
All right. And the first single, is that right? Is Pano? No.
Not really. Pano was released last night, I think. Yeah, Pano was released last night. This track actually, at the moment, isn't part of the album. So this was just. This is my newest single, though.
Your new single is Pano.
Yeah, it's Pano. So, yeah, this isn't really part of the album. I kind of just wanted to. I actually asked the team if I can just release one more song before the year end, sort of. And Pano was that. I was going through a lot with, I guess, love again. So I just kind of wanted to put this out. And very thankfully, and I'm fortunately enough, a lot of people are liking it so far. It's been, I don't know, less than 24 hours, and thousands of people are listening to it already. So, yeah, crazy.
All right. Okay, we're going to play part of the song later, but tell us about Pano. How did you write Pano? Paano mo siya sinulat?
So, Pano was released, Pano was written just a few weeks ago, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it wasn't really part of the album, so after the album was done, releases weren't really something that we were kind of like in line to. So I think the plans were for next year. So whatever's gonna happen next year. But yeah, with this one, like I said, I just wrote it a few weeks ago, and then I was going through breakup. Like I said, not really breakup. I was going through love, going through like the phases of, oh my gosh, parang pinapaasa ako and all that. So, hugot, basically. So, I kind of just expressed myself through the song. And Pano is about basically someone who you showed love for, and they gave you high hopes. They showed you love as well. Pero nung na-fall ka na, hindi ka nila sinalo. Even though they know na you're falling, hindi ka nila sinalo. So, that's Pano.
Okay. This is different from the Binibini inspiration.
Yeah, definitely.
Bago. Okay. Okay. All right. And can you tell us your songwriting process? Does it come any moment? Like, I'm very curious how you wrote Pano. You said just a few weeks ago. It just came out, or have you been writing parts of it and then leaving it for some time? How does it go?
Oh, so with Pano, it was written actually, I think in just 40 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes. Like the writing was done in 40 minutes, production and everything. So like the whole song was done in 40 minutes. And with my with my writing process, and like creative process on how I make songs,
Yes.
it really depends on the track as well. Because sometimes sobrang inspired ko, or like I'm going through a breakup, I'm going through something super sad, going through something super happy, and I can write songs in like 10 minutes, 30 minutes, within an hour. But sometimes it would take weeks naman for, let's say, I'm not really that inspired, but I can write a song. Sometimes it would take weeks, months. I have songs in like, I guess my gallery of songs. I have like hundreds and hundreds of songs na hindi natatapos because it's just there to be, I guess, to be created, pero wasn't really done to be finished. So yeah, depends.
Okay, what's a typical day like for you? What do you do when you wake up? Do you pick up the guitar? Tell us.
Yeah, I mean, my day, especially nowadays, have been really unhealthy in a way, which is not good, obviously.
What do you mean?
Because like I'm in my studio
Yes.
24/7. This is where I sleep as well.
Oh.
So, when I wake up, I work. After I work, I eat, I sleep, wake up, and normally I write my songs at midnight. So I would be awake 12 a.m. The whole night and all that. So like this cycle that I'm going through is sort of unhealthy, but at the same time, it's kind of like this is kind of like my lifestyle and how I got used to it. That's how I make my own music. That's where ideas come out and all that. But yeah, it's very important for us to kind of take breaks as well. So now, you know, I have friends like Eli Aguinaldo, and all these friends pa na I hang out with. Na it's sort of like my self time. I really try to think about myself as well at times now. Okay, I need to take a break with all this music crap and just, you know, pahinga and relax. So I would go to my friend's house. I would hang out. We would play basketball and all that. So yeah.
Oh, so
That'll
you
be-
have time pala to engage in other things.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. But you seem to be this type of person who lives and breathes music. Like you said, you live there in your own studio.
Literally, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Would you say-
yeah.
Would you say that music is your life? You really intended to be a musician? But let's pause for a break before you answer.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Babakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination. Babakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Magandang araw mga katribo! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelevelo, Atty. Lia Badillo Crisostomo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Chirk Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas na ang mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Simulan natin ang bawat umaga with good vibes sa mga informative and recreational segments ng aming programa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube. Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings, mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising Na!
Nahulugan sa iyo.
That was Pano, right, Zach?
Yes, sir. It is. Paano?
No wonder Rolling Stone compared you to Bruno Mars and Adam Levine. Nax.
Di naman po. Not really.
A soaring soprano voice
Thank you.
that brings to mind Bruno Mars and Adam Levine. All right. Anyway, Zach, so gusto mo talaga maging musician? That's the
Yes,
career
sir.
path that you're treading, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think I breathe and live music talaga ever since. Because like I grew up in a childhood as well that I didn't really have that much friends, and music was kind of like something that I really hold on to every time. So, you know, I wouldn't have friends to hang out with, but I have my guitar to hang out with. It was something like that. So it was just me, music all throughout, and until now actually. So.
Okay. The pandemic situation in the Philippines is sort of easing up. Are you considering playing live by the time comes?
Yeah, well, I think we have some shows aligned as well. Like last time, I think I did a show in North EDSA. I have a show on December 11th, I think, in
Okay.
Fairview, Mexico. So, yeah, live shows are coming back, but it's very important to kind of, you know, still keep the masks, social distancing, and all that. So.
Okay, we'll talk about your shows in a while. First, let's just have a little fun, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We have this segment called Fast Talk. I ask you a
shoot.
question,
Good.
you answer. All right, ready?
Cool.
Okay. Who is the music icon that you look up to the most? Your
Lainey.
influence, basically.
Lainey.
Lainey. Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
They're sort of my heroes talaga in music because I was at my lowest of lows when I was listening to Lainey and that band. The inspiration they gave me and like the influence they gave me through my music and how I make my music is really based on what they also do. So yeah, heavy inspiration from them.
All right. Next, your daily music regimen, ritual.
Ritual. Yeah, well, I have this lava lamp that I kind of rub 3 times before I start my studio. I think that's kind of like a ritual. Ever since I got this lava lamp, it was just me rubbing it 3 times. It's a weird thing, but it kind of just starts my day. Just okay, turn on your equipment and all that. After that, so.
Okay. But if you're not a musician, what do you think you're gonna do?
Yeah, well, like back then, I always dreamt of becoming an architect when I was very, very young. But when I kind of grew up, I didn't really want to be an architect anymore. But I think besides all this music, I'm such a big fan of short films. I made short films a lot pre-pandemic, so I would make short films with my friends for school. And instead of it like seeing it as a project or something that I need to do, I actually really enjoy it. So I enjoy directing, editing, script writing, and all that. So definitely in the filming route as well.
Interesting. Okay. If you are to play a part, since you mentioned film, if you're gonna be an actor or you'll be asked to appear in a movie, what role would you like to do?
To be honest with you, any. I'm not really picky with any roles naman din. So
Okay.
I can be a janitor, I can be an extra, I can be a teacher, I can be, I don't know, anything to be honest. So I'm G.
Anything. Bad
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
good guy, anything.
Yeah, I'm G.
Okay. Name one female celebrity that you would dedicate a song to or write a song about.
Wow, celebrity. Honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Let's see. Well, I've always admired Liza Soberano. Ever since fun fact, by the way, I started kind of getting into the writing because of Liza as well. I saw her on this TV show back then. Got really inspired. She was really pretty, and like off cam and all that. I just really see how genuine she is. So that kind of started off my writing. So yeah, I think it would definitely be Liza Soberano. But at the same time, I have a song on the album called Elizabeth, which is dedicated to her. So yeah.
Okay. Are you friends?
Yeah, I think you can. I think you can say that. We've traded some words from time to time. So
All right. Last question, but I think you've answered this. If you are to dedicate a song to a special someone, what will it be? Aside from, I mean, you wrote Binibini and Pano because of someone, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Can it be part of the album?
sure.
I guess in terms of what I'm feeling right now, it would have to be a song called Heart Can't Lose. So basically, Heart Can't Lose is about being scared of committing to something because of the traumatic experience you've dealt with before. So yeah, I would definitely dedicate, I guess, to myself, Heart Can't Lose na you can't be fooled by love, so you shouldn't be stupid. Really think of your actions and all that. So
You think you kind of have been a fool in love?
oh yeah, definitely. A lot of times, sir. A lot of
All
times.
right. Okay. Zach, my last question. What is music to you?
Wow, what is music to me? Yeah, I think music, like I said earlier as well. I think, yeah, I breathe music. I live music, but music for me is something just way more deeper than everybody thinks. I think it's something that it's something that I would die for, to be honest. It's kind of in my blood as well with the whole family thing. Grew up being with it, and yeah, I feel like even if I grow older and I'm in my 80s or like 70s, I feel like it's something that I still would think about, and still wouldn't let go. And yeah, basically, I think music is sort of like my very first love. Until now, she's there for me. So yeah.
Great. Zach, invite your followers. Where can they catch you live?
Yeah, well, to all the people watching right now, to all my fans and my friends who is watching right now, with all the updates and everything, you guys can follow me on my social media accounts. Just search up Zack Tabudlo. It'll probably be up there. But I do have a show on December 11th in SM Fairview. So if you guys can drop by, please wear your masks, make sure you're vaccinated and all that before you go. And yeah, let's have fun, but at the same time, let's all be safe. I also have a song out right now. It's called Bano, just released last night, which was my birthday. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Bano.
How can they listen to it and download it on Spotify?
Yep, they can download it, stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all that. It's out there.
Thank you very much, Zack Tabudlo, Filipino singer-songwriter.
Thank you so much. Have a good night, guys. Have a good day.
Okay, this has been Pocholo Concepcion on Wazzup. You can catch us every Tuesday, 2 p.m. and follow us on Facebook. We stream on Facebook and replays on YouTube. Tribune now on YouTube. It's how many days till Christmas? 18 days. Right. Thank you.